Hello, level 25. This is a video lesson for Wednesday, May 6th. Today we are going to cover 3 pages in your textbook, page 179, 180, and 181. So it's not going to be a very long lesson. So let's take a look on page 179. As you may remember, we studied the past tense last week. So today we are going to continue with questions in the simple past. And first we are going to focus on who questions. These questions ask about the subject of a sentence. Let's check this out. Who lived in China? Lee did. Who changed jobs? I did. And who worked at a bank? Mark and Rosa did. The word who is both a question word here, and it also is the subject as well. So let's listen to the information about Paul and Marta and then answer the questions. Let's first go over the questions. Here's the information you will be listening for. Who grew up in El Salvador? Who went to nursing school? Who got a job at a bank? Who got a job at a hospital? Who moved to Hoboken? Who changed jobs? Who met a man? And who met a woman? Let's listen, and then I'll give you time to answer the questions.
Hi, I'm Paul. I grew up in New Jersey. I went to college and majored in accounting. After I graduated, I got a job at a bank in New York City. I didn't like it, so I changed jobs. I found a job at a software company. I moved to an apartment in Hoboken. Last month, I met a wonderful woman there from El Salvador. She's a nurse.
Hi, I'm Marta. I grew up in El Salvador. I went to nursing school there. Last year, I came to the United States. I got a job at a hospital in New Jersey. I moved to an apartment in Hoboken. Last month, I met a nice man there who is a computer programmer.
Good. So now take a look at the questions and try to answer each question with either Paul did or Marta did. Pause the video here and answer the questions. All right, let's go over the answers. If you need to listen to the recording again, please pause the video, go back and listen again before you see the answers. Who went to nursing school? Marta did. Who got a job at a bank? Paul did. Who got a job at a hospital? Marta did. Who moved to Hoboken? Paul and Marta did. Who changed jobs? Paul did. Who met a man? Marta did. Who met a woman? Paul did. If you need more time with the answers, pause the video. If not, we are going to move on. So to practice the who questions a little bit more, let's take a look at activity B. Answer the questions with a partner. You don't have a partner right now, but you can try to answer them on your own. Who wrote Harry Potter? If you're not sure, here are the choices. You can always Google this question, which is also great practice, typing in the question into your Google browser and looking for the answer. Please take 5 minutes. Try to answer questions 2 through 5. Pause the video now. All right, if you need more time to answer the questions, please pause the video and give yourself more time. Let's go over the answers. Number 2, who created Mickey Mouse? Walt Disney did. Who painted many works of art? Pablo Picasso did. Who helped the poor in India? Mother Teresa did. Who fought for civil rights in the United States? Martin Luther King Jr. did. If you need more time with the answers, please pause the video. So these are who questions for you. Who in these questions asks about the subject, and the short answer is Paul did, Marta did, Martin Luther King Jr. did, Mother Teresa did, I did, she did, he did. We are going to move on now to simple past information questions, or in other words, WH questions. So WH questions look very similar to yes/no questions. However, we have to remember to start the question with a WH word. We have reviewed WH words at some point this semester. Where asks about the place or location. When asks about time. Why asks about reason. There are many other WH questions. How is also a type of a WH question, although it does not start with WH. Another example could be what. Another one could be who. Another one could be how many, and so on and so forth. Let's practice, let's listen and repeat. Remember that when you ask an information question, the answer has to be more than just yes or no. You have to actually provide information. Where did you move? I moved to North Carolina. When did he move? He moved last month. Why did they move? Their family lived there. All these questions ask about details from the past. To make a question, first you ask the WH, you put the WH word, then the helping verb did, the subject, and then the main verb. One thing to remember about this main verb in a question, it does not have ed at the end. It goes back to the base form. Here are some questions that you can try to answer about yourself. Where were you born? I was born in Poland. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Poland. When did you come to this country? I came to this country many years ago. Number 4. Why did you come to this country? I came to this country because my husband is from this country. Number 5. How did you learn English? I learned English at school. Number 6. When did you find your first job? I found my first job in 1995. Number 7. Where did you go on vacation last year? I went on vacation to Poland. Number 8. When did you first meet your best friend? I met my best friend when I was 5 years old. All right. Now let's take a look at activity B. Complete the conversation with the correct questions. You have questions such as, How were your grades in high school? How were your grades means, did you get A's, did you get B's or C's? How were your grades? How good were your grades? What did you major in? When did you graduate from high school? How many colleges did you apply to? Was it difficult to find a job? What college did you go to? Please pause the video, give yourself 6 to 8 minutes, and put the questions in the correct places. All right, if you need more time to answer the questions, please pause the video. If not, let's correct the answers together. Number 1 was already done. When did you graduate from high school? I graduated 6 years ago. What about number 2? How were your grades in high school? They were good. Most of my grades were A's and B's. Number 3. How many colleges did you apply to? I applied to 5 colleges. Number 4. What college did you go to? I went to Greensboro College. Number 5. What did you major in? I majored in art education. Number 6. Was it difficult to find a job? No, it wasn't. Now, I would like us to practice this conversation together. So what I would like you to do is, I will read the question and you read the answer. Number 1. When did you graduate from high school? You should say, I graduated 6 years ago. So as you can see, I will read the question, I will wait, you read the answer aloud from your book. Let's try number 2. How were your grades in high school? Number 3. How many colleges did you apply to? Number 4. What college did you go to? Number 5. What did you major in? Number 6. Was it difficult to find a job? Good job. You can practice this conversation with someone at home and you can switch roles to practice both asking questions and answering questions. One note, to major in a subject in college asks about your specialty. What is your specialty? What was the focus of your education? So this person studied art education. You know, another person might major in computer science. Another person might major in economics. I personally majored in linguistics. So there's different areas that students can major in. Major in means to basically focus your studies in college on a particular area. So this is just a side note. All right. Let's move on and take a look on page 181. We're going to complete the questions about Laura. So notice that we have some visual help here. There are pictures to go with the questions and the answers. So let's take a look at the first one. We have to write a question starting with where, and we know that the answer is she grew up in Lima, Peru. Okay? Grew is the past form of grow. So to ask a question, follow the word order presented here in this blue box. Where, then we need the helping verb, did, then we need the subject. The question is about Laura, right? So where did Laura, and our verb is grow. Where did Laura grow up? And the answer is she grew up in Lima, Peru. I'm going to ask you to pause the video. Give yourself plenty of time, 15 minutes, and write 9 more questions that go with the pictures and the answers underneath. I will show you the answers after you have attempted to write your own questions. Always remember, follow the word order shown here on page 181 in the blue box. Question word like where, when, why, then helping verb did, then the subject, and then the main verb. Make sure that in the question, like here in question number 1, let me get a pen here. The main verb is in the base form. So pay attention to the helping verb, subject, main verb in the base form. Notice in the answer you use the past form, grew. But in the question, because you already say did, where did Laura, the verb has to be in the base form. So let me remove those markings. Make it clean. Pause the video, please, and write 9 questions. I will see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. All right. If you need more time with the questions, please pause the video. If not, let's check the answers. Check the word order, check your spelling, check that you use the correct word order, that you first use did, then the subject, and then the base form of the verb in each question. So let's start again with number 1. Where did Laura grow up? She grew up in Lima, Peru. Number 2. When did Laura come to the United States? She came to the United States in 2014. What is important here is, did Laura come? Not came, come. Because it is in the question, it needs a base form. Number 3. Where did Laura find a job? She found a job at the Tropicana restaurant. Number 4. How many nights a week did Laura work? She worked 5 nights a week. Number 5. Where did Laura study English? She studied English at a local college. Who did Laura meet? She met Luca. He was a student in her class. When did they get engaged? They got engaged on Valentine's Day. Where did they get engaged? They got engaged on the beach. Number 9. When did they get married? They got married in 2017. And number 10. Where did they go on their honeymoon? They went to Peru on their honeymoon. If you need to see the answers again, please go back, rewind, pause the video, and copy the correct answers. This is the end of today's lesson. Today's Wednesday, May 6th. Please email me with any questions regarding registration. I will make myself available next week on May 11th and May 13th, our last 2 classes, for any of you to meet me via Zoom. Anyone who needs help registering for the fall and optionally for the summer. Remember, in the summer, classes are going to be online. Everyone is taking level 20X in the summer. All level 20 and 25 students take the same class in the summer. Some of you got my recommendation to move up to level 30 in the fall, and some of you got a recommendation from me to stay in level 25. I can help you register for those classes in the fall on May 11th and May 13th if you like, but you do need to let me know. Shoot me an email, contact me via Canvas. I may also send some Zoom invites so that anybody who wants to can simply join a meeting. I will stay in touch. For now, bye-bye, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.